Hi, it's Theresa from Theresa Holistic Tarot, and this is the monthly reading for Capricorn. So, hi Capricorn, hope you're well, and let's get cracking. So, let's clear the energy first. Angels, spirits, guides, can we please have some guidance for Capricorn? What do Capricorn need to learn or appreciate? Or let me just adjust this camera slightly, that's better. Or focus on in the month of February. So cards for Capricorn, please. Cards for Capricorn. So 3 energy cards for Capricorn, please. You have the thinking man. So often that's a professional person, and it's about sometimes legal advice or guidance or mentorship. So let's see how that pans out with the... We have walking away, something, or may possibly coming to an end. And we have deceit. It's not a card I can say I'm fond of, obviously. Deceit can mean several things. One, it can be when we are deluding ourselves about something. And so I've got to acknowledge that. And then I also have to say that if I'm generous, and it's maybe when someone's just not giving the full, complete picture, or it can be out and out, either dishonesty or betrayal, or somebody saying one thing to your face and saying something behind your back. But let's see what the tarot say, and in conjunction with those. So angels, spirits, guides, what do we have for Capricorn, please, that will help them and guide them forward for February 2022? So cards for Capricorn, please. Cards for Capricorn. Cards for Capricorn. Okay. So the first card for Thinking Man is the Knight of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Wands reversed. We have the High Priestess. Walking away, we had the Magician. We have the Emperor. We have the Ace of Cups. Deceit. We have the 4 of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Moon. Right, I'm going to start with the first card, central card, 9th card, because these cards all hold a slightly more elevated position in this particular reading this type of reading that I do, my spread. So, because they actually can influence the other cards. So let's just see where this is going. We'll do it one by one. Okay, so your first card up was the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is a card of change, steady change, moving forward, often to do with money, often to do with career, because let's face it, career is what provides most people's income. So it's a card of, he really is solid. So he's making plans. He's not quite there yet, but you may see the beginnings of plans coming to fruition, or you get news of your plans coming to fruition, or you're talking plans in February. Now, the Thinking Man is that professional person who, as I said before, may be a guide or a mentor. So if it's a career, if you're beginning to make some plans in your career, you may seek the advice of it could be an outside external person, like a recruiter who maybe knows the industry well, as you're maybe planning change, or it can be somebody within your own organization who's maybe been in a senior role, is in a senior role, has been in the industry for quite a long time, and who's actually guiding you and saying, right, well, now's the best time, put your application in, let's do that, go and do that, dot that I, cross that T, and get your plans organized. So really is a time of change coming in, but it feels as if you're still going to have to do some work in it, and to try and consolidate the plans to achieve fruition. Now, the Emperor as well is all about building something really solid. He can represent institutions. So in a career reading, I would say this could represent you really going for a real top-notch company, or maybe trying to get into a legal profession or the medical profession, or so he's it's a big card. He's the boss of all the kings in the tarot deck. So the role that he's playing in your reading is to adopt the attributes of the Emperor. Now there's two things going on here. One, as I said to you, you could have the mentorship of somebody in your industry, or that's maybe helping to guide you, but you could have caught the eye of somebody really senior. Now he would be like somebody really important, like the CEO or the head of a huge department, and he would then be maybe advising you, right, we've earmarked you for some potential training, we're going to move you into the A stream, you're going to be, we're going to give you an opportunity to do this, because doing something in a very, very established way, being given the opportunity to do it, is really a central theme here in your reading. So this is about building block by block, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, and really building something very, very sound indeed. Now, if there were certain other cards surrounding it, I would even actually say it could be referring to building a home, but I'm not seeing that. This is about building a concept. So it's maybe your career, your dream of your path, your plan of how you want your career to be mapped out. Now, we have the Moon card here in the last position, which can mean that the month of February can be a bit up and down for you. It can be a bit of an emotional up, down, up, down. So whatever is, sometimes the moon can be about facing fears. So the moon can be about the shadow side and bringing the shadow into the light. So sometimes it's about facing our own inner fear, our own nerves, our own lack of maybe self-esteem, because all of a sudden in your cards you may have caught the eye of somebody quite senior, and a little bit of panic might set in. A little bit of panic might be saying, oh, I don't know if I'm up to this, I don't know if I can do this. So you might have a bit of challenge here. Okay, now as it's fallen out, it's come out under deceit. You can be deluding yourself about your own lack of ability. So when you're doubting yourself, I would be saying you really have to reality check it, run it past somebody, see what else they say. Try and confide in somebody. Don't just sit on this, because that can really destroy a person's their whole sense of self, their self-esteem, their confidence levels, their willingness to go and try, because in their heads have already decided that they're not up to it, or they're not good enough. Or so it's about facing your fear, facing a challenge, facing it head on and going for it, and actually really getting a good outcome. It's about facing it, because it's in your head. It doesn't mean it's real, it's just in your head. So this is where, when you start to feel in the slightest bit negative about yourself during the month of February, challenge it, because it's all going at it on in a head stroke emotional. But the head always, it begins in the head. It begins with thoughts, it moves to our emotions, and once we start feeling it, it's really set in stone then, isn't it? I am useless. I've always thought I was useless, but I really know it now. I can feel it in my gut. And that's absolute nonsense. Nonsense. You have to challenge that. And right at the corner here, I've got the High Priestess, and she would be saying that it's always about paying attention to your intuition, but this is where it's very difficult for us human beings, because that voice in our head, how much of it is my own fanciful thinking, and how much of it is intuition. So you're on a journey here. When the High Priestess shows, it can also mean that you have ability. You may have psychic ability. You may have a really intuitive abilities, just somehow sometimes know something. And you might never really question that, or possibly just not even taking it seriously. And this card would be saying, get in touch with that. Practice, do some psychic exercises, because this can really help you, moving you forward to be able to trust your own intuition. Okay? Because the moon is when we can go into that, I don't know my own mind. And that own mind can be because you may be, your intuition, your higher self may be telling you one thing, and your logical, rational brain is telling yourself another. You might be thinking, I don't know what to do here. I don't know. This is the High Priestess is the intuition, the listen, the card that will always guide you right if you listen to it. The moon can be, it's when I'm dipping in and out, I'm getting emotional about something, and the emotions can be ruling my brain and making me think not in a straight way. All right, they're not bad cards. Please don't think they're bad cards, but you may have a tendency to overthink and overfeel something that triggers you this month. Now, you're an earth sign. You're a practical, pragmatic, solid. You need to feel grounded. So sometimes when it's all head stuff and thoughts and intuition, you might be thinking, oh no, it's out my comfort zone. And the cards will be saying, okay, go at your own pace, but start to be aware of your intuition, because it will never guide you wrong. Right, so I'm going to now, before I go much further, I'm going to say to you, this other major arcana card is the Magician. The major arcana, it's a big message when they come through in a reading. So this is saying that you have the ability, you have the magic inside you. Note the infinity symbol above his head. So then that's about the knowing part. And he would be saying to you, all right, but get it out of your head onto the table. You can actually make something happen. So instead of entering into the moon energy of self-doubt, focusing on the negative side of you and not the positive, he's saying, now knock it on the head, get manifesting, get clear what it is you want to do, because you can achieve it, you can make it happen. Now, so walking away here would be about leaving something behind, and it could be this negative self-doubt, leaving something behind you that's not serving you, that's not helping you, it's not supporting you. It's come out with the thinking man, so it could be the thinking style. So you may have to face that and actually think, you know what, for years I've always thought that's how I was, and actually I realise now I'm not. And how many times have we all done that during the course of our lives? So there's some sort of self-deception going on here, and I think it's in terms very much of self-esteem, maybe a feeling of inadequacy, not good enough, not up to it. And honestly, it's total BS. Knock it on the head. It's not helping you, not serving you. Leave it behind, walk away, cut the ties. Right, so let me get into the main tarot now again. So we have the Ten of Wands, reverse. The Ten of Wands ordinarily would mean, all tens mean an ending, which I think sometimes is great because it means a new beginning. So you're going to leave something behind, but you're going to begin. So this can be leaving a thinking style behind, leaving a behavior behind, and adopting something new. This is moving into a new energy. And this particular card can often be about what I'm passionate, what I'm drawn to. It can often be job, career. So you may be, if this were upright, I would be saying to you, you might be considering doing something different. You might have trained for donkey's years, and you may have reached a certain stage, a certain level, and you might be thinking, you know what, it's just not cutting it for me. I'm bored, I'm unhappy, I'm miserable. And then there's that feeling of, yeah, but I can't. Oh no, I can't. There's the moon energy for you. Oh no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. No, 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 I can't start again at my age. Oh no, I can't. I can't leave the security of this. I can't. Just can't. But we have it reversed, which would actually indicate you're resisting it. So you may be having thoughts of something not being up to scratch, and it can be in the relationships of job, career, or what you thought was your big passion in life, or your big project in life, or your, and you know what, it's all right to change your mind. And so this is a card about self-realization and about you possibly resisting that process. And this is why you're also getting intuition. You need to trust your intuition on this. You need to trust that you're being guided. It's not you just coming up with these weird and wonderful thoughts out of the blue. You're being guided to think thoughts, certain that to make you, to trigger you, make you examine it, make you think, am I on the right path? Am I in the right job? Am I doing the right role? Am I doing the right thing in adopting these kids or not adopting them? Or am I, it's about I don't know why I said that, it just came at that. Doing it for the right reasons, or because this is also, it's tied in with other people and building something solid. And go back to the Emperor here. I feel that you could be built. Now, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is very much a time out card. It can often be about nurturing the self. Because I'm into thinking in a sort of therapeutic way, I always say it's a card of digging deep. So yeah, time out, alone time, but don't waste it. This is not for me a card about going into the bedroom and playing games on. I'm guilty of that sometimes, you know. But this is a card of use your time wisely. This is a card. Now this is traditionally the knight returning from battle, and he's lying there and he's giving thanks. He's been spared. Loads of other people have died, and he's saying thank you, thank you, thank you. But why was I spared? You know, what did I learn? What did I do there that helped me survive? So this is a card about learning. It's also a card about our thoughts. It's about finding out what is driving me here. What am I thinking here? What am I believing here? Because I need to get a handle on what I'm thinking, because it's going to sustain me, it's going to support me, and I need positive thoughts to support me in my journey forward. I need to know that I can face the next battle, because this is the Knight, remember. I can face the next battle and I feel secure in my head. This is right. I'm doing the right thing. I'm well enough equipped to do this undertaking that I'm taking on. So I would be saying this is just your period of digging deep, getting in touch with your intuition, really finding out what's going on for you. What beliefs are you holding here about resisting change, especially if it's a change that will benefit you, that will bring a struggle to an end, that will allow you to put something down that might have become a chore or a burden. So if you've agreed out of the kindness of your heart to do the whole blocks shopping, because they're mainly elderly, and you're finding it's just taking up so much more of your time or than you ever would have thought in a million years, it's maybe time to let it go, and it's okay. You can help put something else in place for people, but it's time for you. If it's become a burden, it's time to let it go. If it's stopped being a pleasure at all, if you're not finding a moment's peace or well-being in it, it's time to let it go. Because you're moving into exciting times. So you really have got a little bit, maybe a bit of leaving the past behind. Stop deluding yourself. Seek the advice of a professional if you so wish, even a counsellor. But speak with somebody. Speak with somebody and help get some of these thoughts out that may be holding you back. Because you've got two aces here. So you're moving into a new energy. Now the Ace of Wands is an energy of new beginnings, huge passion, great drive, fulfilling a dream, my creative energy. This is my creative spark. So I might want to stop doing my boring job and and do what I'm passionate about, whether it's painting, whether it's designing dresses, whatever. So there's the knowledge you need to face here. What is it I really want to do? There's something here that's just screaming out to you. This is exciting to me. This feels like a dream. This feels like a passion. This feels like I want to do something. And the Ace of Cups is about the beginnings of emotional happiness, emotional joy, the beginning of a period of I am so happy, so content. I never knew I could be this happy. I never knew I could feel like this. I'm so happy my cup runneth over. I'm excited by life. I'm thrilled to be alive. I'm joyous. So I can't tell you just how excited these two cards make me. Even though that in the month of February you may have a little bit of upheaval before you get to this point. You may have to really dig deep amongst yourself, realise what's driving you, realise what's not helping support you. And that's all okay, because it's all part of growth and you being the authentic person you're meant to be. Now, as two standalone cards, I have to say to you, Capricorn, that each of these cards can indicate pregnancy. This one can indicate new relationship. This one can indicate the creation, the beginning, the fertility, the birthing of this. But this will not resonate for everyone, nor is it meant to. So take it where it resonates, because these are general readings. So I would be saying to you, oh, that one is there, that you're now moving into a period of huge potential, opportunity coming in, potential new beginnings, and you need to build really solidly. So moving forward, you're dotting the I's, crossing the T's, making sure that you are totally clear in your own head what it is you want to achieve and how you're going to go about it. And do not allow second guessing yourself, talking yourself down, telling yourself you're not good enough, you're not up to it. Just literally leave it behind. You're walking away from something that doesn't serve you. And that's not about selfishness. That's not about being selfish. That's about realising what you need. It's about respecting your own needs, following your own heart, following your instinct, following your dream. So we've got instinct here. Follow your instinct, follow your dream, follow your passion, and let something go. Okay, so let's have 3 enchanted map cards, please, for Capricorn. Commitment. So this is this new beginning. It's a 9 as well. So it's fundamentally as well about change. It's about realization. It's about coming to a conclusion. But it's a conclusion that anything you now undertake, especially in February, be clear that you are completely on board with it. Do not accept anything if you're not 100% clear what it is that you have the resources to be able to take something else on board. Okay, so be very, 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 very clear, because because what we have here is the new beginning. So if you're getting clear about commitment, because this can possibly be about partnership. So you may have the beginnings of something that you may discuss with somebody else, do it together, form a partnership or not. But it can be a new relationship beginning as well, because this is about passion, new love, commitment. Just be sure you know what you're getting yourself into, that's all. And we've got balancing act. So you might be moving out of that energy, as I said, of maybe feeling you've taken on too much and you're a bit of a one-man act, and you may have to make a decision. And this decision can be about what you're balancing. Put some things down. It doesn't have to be so difficult to balance it. Put something down, leave something behind, walk away, and get your life back on track. And Golden Palace. So your payoff is going to be really special for you. This is about achieving like a dream, that golden palace that I'm creating, I'm building for myself. It's a 5, because it's 23. And that 5 can often indicate that personal journey, that personal conflict, that personal examination, that personal angst. And believe you me, you will come out the other side. You've definitely come out the other side with all these cards. And I'm just highlighting to you, it's not all doom and gloom. If you feel that you do feel that there are things that are maybe getting too much and you have to put down, please, the cards are telling you, listen to your instinct and accept that you have to self-nurture. You have to do what's right for you, and it's okay to do that. Okay, so I'm going to pull three soul cards to finish off your reading, Capricorn. So angel, spirits, guys, can you have 3 soul cards for Capricorn, please? So Capricorn, we have service. So it says, and actually I've got to say that came out reversed as well. So I'm going to highlight both sides of the coin here. So service is about, I feel good when I can help others. And yes, we do all feel good when we help others. But the very fact that this came out reversed can indicate that you've taken on too much. You might be doing too much for others, and it's time for others to be actually doing for you. So be aware of that. Happiness. So you're going to, I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. So there's your instinct as well. Pay attention. Find the moments in the day that you feel those little bits of happiness, of joy, of contentment. That's telling you you should be doing more of that and maybe less of something else. But happiness is here for you. It can be found. The Golden Palace would indicate that. But you may need to, as I say, stop the balancing act. Maybe not take on quite so much. Commit yourself as much as you are. And loneliness. I know that I am never alone. So just be aware that if you might feel a little bit alone, if you're when you're stuck in thinking, oh, I've taken on too much, I don't feel right, I don't know if this is the right thing for me to do, please reach out to somebody else. Talk it through with somebody. Don't fall into deluding yourself that you have to. I should. I hate the word should. It's it's a burden for most people, and it traps us. So just be aware that during the February there may be moments of loneliness, but really you're never ever alone. You've got your spirit team with you. You've got your loved ones in spirit. They're loving you, looking out for you, and trusting in that, trusting that they're there. So speak to your guardian angel or your spirit guide, or just know, trust, speak aloud to them, speak in your head to them, be trying to contact them, and just know that you're not alone, and look for signs. And it needn't have to fall off the building and hit you on the head before you actually take note. Look for signs. Look for snatches of music that represent loved ones past, or the repetition of numbers. Look for odd things. Look for electricity disruptions. Pay attention, because you're not alone. Okay, Capricorn, that's you for February, and I look forward to seeing you again for March. So have a good month. Bye bye for now.